8 points in front. We have 1 quarter to go. Crowd in readiness. Umpire raises the ball for the Chemist Warehouse for the last quarter of AFL in 2016. Tim, take it away.
The Dogs a quarter away from a historic second premiership victory. They lead by 8 points. Sydney's ball, though. Tippett rucking, puts them into attack. But Easton Wood, the Bulldogs stand-in captain, takes the mark at half-back, goes wide to a former leader of the club. Matthew Boyd, who runs onto a loose ball, kicks a little untidily. Dalehouse will make it okay. Hand pass to Picken. Swinging ball, more height than distance. McVeigh arrived, no one can mark. Heaney's got it, gives to Kennedy. Stolen from him by Picken, who kicks into the 50. Just centering the ball in hope. First man there, Grundy. Couldn't crash through a tackle. Sydney's ball, though. Hanbury feeds to McGlynn. From clear of the 50, loops it up to the middle. No one other than Mark. Rowan lost his footing. Wood didn't. Wood paddles to Johannesson, who tripped over the ball. Wood crashes in bravely. Hanbury's hurt. Johannesson breaks away. Tackled on the kick. It'll fall short, and the Swans' defence has it covered. Rampy marks in the last line.
Minute gone, final quarter. The Dogs by 8 points. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Sydney through Mills, back pocket to half-back southern side. Heaney has the footy.
Hanbury coming carried off in real pain.
As he goes short to Franklin. Doc, a quick assessment right in front of you for the Sage Institute of Fitness.
Yeah, I don't have a replay, Tony. It looks like it's definitely left knee. It looks like it may be the medial side. I'll have to wait and see the mechanism.
Franklin's kick to the wing, staying down. Wood got a poke in the eye. Roughhead, the handball. Dunkley through the middle to Hunter. Hunter's handball over the top. McRae onto the left boot. Kicks under pressure and long. Dixon getting back there. Ball spills front of the pack. Mitchell arrives for Sydney. Handball on the deck that time to Lloyd. Over the top, half-back win to Sydney. Jones has got the football, has a bounce, runs his distance, kicks around his body. Player seemingly slow to get back there. The kick missed going forward. Roughhead, the handball that time. Roberts involved to Bontempelli. Round the body he goes. The kick will be okay. 8-point lead to the Dogs. Johannesson marks and goes in forward.
He miskicked. He's getting forward, Johannesson. He's dangerous. Rampy's got it. He's mown down. Picken's got him and wins the free kick.
Great tackle.
Inside 40 metres. Not far in from the boundary in the left pocket. But he is a man of temperament, and he's a man who just might be able to kick this. Doc Larkins before he does for Sage Institute of Fitness.
Yeah, same situation as Alira last week. It's a medial ligament. Looks about medium grade. They're going to take him downstairs, strap up for Hanbury, and he's going to struggle the next 20 minutes for sure.
Now, the Dogs, you can see it, they are going for home. They lead by 8 points early in the last quarter. Liam Picken comes in, sets it on its way, starts right, stays right, out near the far behind post, and well marked for Sydney by Heaney on the very last line of defence.
So Heaney has the ball. 2.5 minutes has run, no change to the three-quarter time score. Dogs by 8 points. Halfback Tippett can't complete the mark. Players are just crashing in there. There's Dogs player over the ball. That should be a hold. It has to be a free to Sydney, that one. As emerging from underneath Morris at half forward. Franklin at half back has the free, pleading for something. 61 to 53. Dogs lead. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. As Franklin's kick to the wing it goes. Roughhead knocks to the front of the pack. Bontempelli through traffic, able to get a little kick going forward. Cordy, half volley pickup to Dalhouse. High handball trying to get Clay Smith in the action. Barges through the pack, takes it 40 metres out, lost it in a tackle. Well won that time then by Grundy. Got it to Zach Jones, to Nick Smith. The kick trying to find Kennedy going forward, misses. Morris at half forward, southern side. Handball in towards Cordy. Shrugged a tackle, tumbles one forward. Sydney defence, Grundy magnificent today. Takes the saving mark. Foregone final quarter. Dogs 61, Sydney 53. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Sydney have the football, halfback members side.
Lloyd, short ball to Richards, and he's taken the mark. He didn't. He took it on his chest with Hamling arriving. You can't see much run here from the Swans. Their back line, Grundy and Rampy are keeping them in it. The Dogs applying fierce pressure, looking for a couple of goals to give them the break. Kick to the middle from Richards, no one able to mark. Parker got it to Hewitt. He's well tackled. Did well to release the hands and get it to Heaney, who swings it to the 50 for the Swans. Matthew Boyd falling, couldn't get hands onto it. Hunter a hand pass to nobody. Chance for Papley, curling ball from near the boundary.
There was a man on Kennedy.
Margin 7 points. The Dogs weigh 9-7 to 8-6.
Oh, gee, that was... We just saw the replay of the Hanbury, and I think it was above the knee, so... Shocking look, though. All for the Chemist Warehouse. Dogs by 7 points.
Oh,
Tom Boyd, half-back. What a magnificent mark. Being told to play on. One-on-one battle on the wing at the moment. Dunkley has it knocked away. Sydney with the numbers. Richards wins it. Kicks to half forward. Dogs defensively have the numbers this time. Matthew Boyd paddles it forward. Only a couple of metres at Sydney's half forward. 60 metres out. We're going to get another stoppage. 5 gone, final quarter. The Dogs 61, Sydney 54. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Quick word, Matthew.
I just feel the Swans have to kick the first goal. If the Dogs win it, I could see them running over the top of them. Well, good bring down Bontempelli to McLean. Scramble to kick to nobody. Naismith gets back for Sydney. Gives to Laidler. Bombs high into the 50. Oh, well done. Well done, Matthew Boyd. Laid the shield and enabled Hamling to take a comfortable mark. Across the goal face, releasing Biggs. A loop and a little Caleb, who runs onto it with the flight, takes the mark and keeps running. The little legs pump. He kicks towards to Hunter. Ball comes loose off Heaney. Hunter arrives now. It was Stringer the first time. Hunter over the ball as he went to ground. There'll be a ball up. It's 80 metres from the Bulldogs' goal at the punt road end. They are pressing, looking for a couple of goals to break it wide open.
Tom Boyd rising high, brilliantly read though by Kennedy. Handball, Zach Jones, middle of the ground. A little pass on the bounce. It's picked up neatly. Papley round the body on the wing. He's gone wide. Franklin's got a couple of metres on his man and he got there, Lance. This situation is the perfect setup. He is 45 metres out, 55 degree angle, but it's half forward right to the city end, and he loves to shape right to left.
Could be all good news. Hanbury's back on the bench with a bandaged knee.
Gee.
He's on the ground.
7 minutes ticks over. Dogs lead by 7 points, but Lance Franklin to have the shot to get Sydney within a point. Opens the angles up. He's hit it nicely. It held its line beautifully. You knew he'd kick it. Franklin's first comes at the 7 minute mark. Final quarter, 1 point game. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. It is 61-60. Doc Larkins, please.
Yeah, significant medial ligament for Hanbury. He's gone back on the ground. He did nothing to impress me on the sidelines here in the speed that he ran it. He tried to change direction once and he just about fell over. So just watch him, but honestly, they just need him out there, obviously, but he's not good.
Forward line, Doc, so they'll just help with rotations. Forward line, just see what he can do. He's got 13 minutes to go. Franklin has to be huge for him here because I think the Dogs are running better as a team. I reckon all Sydney have got is Zach Jones, Kennedy, and the back line standing tall for them, and Franklin looks to be lifting here. Could the most charismatic player of the last decade be the winner? Point the difference. Boyd the tap for the Dogs. Down to Clay Smith. A swinging left footer into the 50. Front position and fine mark Nick Smith. The shortest in the contest, did very well in front. Resolute stuff. Delivers sideways to Heaney as Sydney start to lift. Heaney kicks out wide, southern side, and there he is. Hanbury, back from the grave, takes the mark. Just behind the wing, 8.5 gone. The Bulldogs by the narrowest possible margin.
He is grimacing though, Tim, but the kick's going to be all right. Hewitt there, forward of the wing, tries to get it. The ball's been knocked out of bounds. Now, surely there's no deliberate either side. I'm not sure who it was. Hanbury limping, 1 point margin to the Dogs, 61-60. Ball is on the wing. We're 9 minutes into the final quarter for the Chemist Warehouse as it's tossed in. Boyd for the Dogs. Mitchell stolen by Daniel at the foot. He kicks to Cordy. Laidler's with him. Can he break away? Gets a handball to Stringer. Dirty day for Jake Stringer. Great tackle brought to the ground. Doesn't release the football. We get a stoppage half forward for the Dogs.
Sure, you called it early. Heaney, he's been massive in the best couple of players for Sydney today along with Kennedy.
He's fantastic. Yeah, he's a great competitor, isn't he? Bontempelli third up. Mitchell, though, read it off the pack. Handball to Hewitt. His kick barely went a distance. Bontempelli on the wing. Can get around Tippett. Drew a man. Get the handball to McRae, who will steady and kick the true centre forward. Pickett. Oh, what a magnificent mark! 55 metres out. It's outside his range. Rosella mark of the day. One of the marks of the final for Rosella. As Picken is going for glory. Hasn't got it in the leg. Smith there, well done, knocked away that time by Heaney.
The problem is they've got to get him forward, Tony. They don't look like kicking a goal, but he's doing so much damage around the ball, or he's holding him in there.
The result is forward pocket throw in. Tim Dogs deep into attack at the punt road end, and the Bulldogs lead by a point.
Roughhead and Naismith. Naismith got hand onto it. Roughhead finished up with the ball. He was tackled. He was dispossessed. It's back in dispute, though, as he lost it, and there'll be a ball up. 25 out in front of the Dogs' goal at the punt road end. They lead by a point. Hanbury comes off, and you'd think that might be it. We'll hear from the Dogs shortly. Umpire Meredith throws it up. Bontempelli climbs in. Down to McRae. To Stringer. Onto the boot. A snap. A goal. Stringer. A pancake parlour goal of the day.
Lovely.
And the Dogs again by 7 points. 10-7, 67 to 9-6, 60. And it just might be touches of magic by the Stars that win this grand final for either side.
Just on Stringer, just looking, he'd had 5 kicks for the day before that one. 3 of them had gone out on the full. So it's fair to say that a dirty day, but it doesn't matter. You can still be involved, you can have an impact, and he's done that just then. Great goal from him, and they got the ball out of a stoppage. McRae, clean hands to Stringer, who's kicked a massive goal for his club.
Chemist Warehouse scoreboard, the Dogs 67, Sydney 60. 11 minutes 38 to run, plenty of time for Ray White. Back in the middle, Tom Boyd, magnificent. Naismith, decisive tap. Parker ran onto it, slipped, got it the way though to Hewitt, left foot kick high into the forward pocket. Hambling to get there, try and get the fist on it. Ran away from Kennedy into the arms of Matthew Boyd. His handball to the boundary line didn't get there. Josh Kennedy has it, somehow has to kick it high in hope. Morris trying to get back there. 45 out, Sydney into attack. Matthew Boyd, the handball away.
Throw.
It's been played a throw, has it?
It's been played a throw.
Gee.
Well, that
So
here is a surprise. But we're
backs to us as, yes, spot on. That is the right call. He threw it up, knocked it away. And the result, George Hewitt from a tightish angle 40 metres out to the city end to narrow the gap to 1 point. Sydney trailed by 7 before the Hewitt kick. He's only 40 out. The ball's on its way. It looks good. It's there. 1 point game.
What a game.
67 to 66. The Dogs by a point. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. And the clock now moves at glacial speed. It's 10:45 to go on the Ray White countdown clock. Tony Shaw across Australia on 3RW football. Tone?
Well, I thought he was a bit stiff there. I think the first initial part, the ball got knocked out in the contact, but when he hit it away, I don't think the umpire saw that, Tony, but everybody here, I think, has thought that the Western Bulldogs have had the best of the free kicks, as in numbers. But, gee, this game is incredible. One of the greatest finals we'll ever see.
Big clearance now. The team that gets it forward just is putting the opposition defence under enormous pressure.
Sydney 2 goals to 1 bad bounce. A recall. Doc Larkins, what have you got for us for Sage Institute of Fitness?
Yeah, Dan Henry trying to convince them that he wants to go back on, but the medical staff with his medial ligament just saying that you weren't moving up. He'll get back on, I reckon he might.
Naismith clean bring down, but it's stolen by Liberatore superbly. Into half forward. Stringer scrambles a kick, but no one there but Rampy for Sydney, who bangs it back out of defence. Oh, Biggs, who's been very good. Took a mark. He played on. I think, I don't know whether he was not paid. Ball comes loose. Tom Boyd crashed in with the numbers against him. He fights hard here. And the Bulldogs hold up.
Touched off the boot was the call.
Attempted charge to be a ball up just the Bulldogs side of the southern wing.
So comes out. Liberatore spun out of the pack with the football. Long toward full forward. Grundy gets back. Bounce favours him. Has to kick it quickly away from Cordy. Who's going to get there first? Stringer running hard. Richards arrives. Sydney win. Mills, handball. Hewitt, halfback, ducked his head, but it's okay. They've paid it all day. No, they pay that one all day. It's over the shoulder. Hewitt to get the free kick. 67 to 66. Dogs by a point. Hewitt of Sydney has it. Halfback to the wing. The ball goes. Roberts from the side tries to knock it forward. Franklin knocks it to McGlynn, to Kennedy. Magnificent hands to Parker, to Franklin. Dropped it. Tackle, threw it away. Umpire says play on. Still in the middle of the ground. Boyd of the Dogs wins it. A tumbler to half forward. Clay Smith the target. Shoved right out. Straight to Dalhouse. To McLean. He can go wide. It's not going to get to Cordy on the full. Should bounce up. He leads his man to the ball. Kick around the body. Stringer a chance here. Stringer to White. Picked up there by Mills. Got the handball off the Lloyd. Then to Nick Smith. Danger for the moment over for Sydney. He's gone and missed his target. McRae 55 out. Doesn't know what to do. Wants to short play it. Effective it is. And Pickens taking the ball. 65 out for the Dogs. The Dogs by a point. 67 to 66. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard 15 into the final quarter.
9 minutes left. Pickens way too far out. 60 out from goal. He kicks to within 15. Stringer from behind left. Couldn't mark. Falling ball. Clay Smith. Dalehouse got a little hand pass. Boyd's been outstanding. That's Tom Boyd. He's tackled. He's brought down. There'll be a ball up. 20 from the Bulldogs goal as they lead by a point and would dearly love to set one up here to extend it and have a small cushion. Tippett hand on ball in ruck. Liberatore tremendous in the clinches, but Kennedy comes away with it. Had to kick in a hurry. It went straight to Matthew Boyd. Little fumble. Got it back. Gave to McLean. Shrugged a tackle. Gave to Daniel. Turns boundary side. Swings it with the left to the goal front. Heaney with fierce courage. Couldn't take the mark. There's a free kick to Heaney, and Sydney hold up, and the free kick count is just being equalised a little in this last quarter.
There was contact in the back there. Sydney take it. Southern side, half-back. Papley, long way from goal. 1 point margin. Plenty of time to run. 8 minutes to go.
Gary Rowan, you've got to push up the field. Give your team an option here.
Papley's kicked into the man on the mark. Can Biggs get there, make good the error? He does. Tackle as he tries to kick it. Sydney, the numbers, half-back. Lloyd, the handball, been knocked down again. Dunkley, the handball. McRae tries to handball it away. Back to Dunkley, over the top. It's going to be Mills getting back there first. Grabbed high, I thought. Should have been a Sydney free kick. He hasn't released the ball. Play on the call. Cordy tries to get it 15 metres out. Cordy emerges. Knocked as he tried to kick the ball away. Caleb Daniel 15 metres out to Tom Boyd. Kick was smothered. Ricochets back. Still 25 out from the Dogs' goal. Biggs tackle, lost it. Well done that time then by Laidler. Handball only as far as Dunkley. Back to McRae to set it up. Chance for McLean. Had it, lost it. 25 out. Pickens got it to try and thread the needle. Yes, he does! Pickens threaded it! 7 point margin to the Dogs. 11-7-73. Sydney 10-6-66. Pancake Polar goal of the day.
Great call, Tony. Great call, Tony. That was an amazing standard of football then. Just so many smothers, so many blocks. And we're just looking now on the replay. There's a few old players, Tony Liberatore, Scotty West, all just taking a breather. Amazing game of football here.
We had Mike Brady on pre-match, and his words come to mind on that goal. How's the mighty roar? Boy, the MCG erupted as that went through. And he's been the man of the final series, Picken. Another big game he's played. That's his second goal. They've got 7 minutes. It's all glory. It's a long 7 minutes, I know, but 7 points, you'd rather be in their position. At the ball up, Tippett and Roughead the better of it. Bonampelli might have been held, no free. Hunter a chance, a little paddle down to Dixon, who swings it forward, wide, awkward bounce for Grundy, gives the Dogs hope. Near the boundary, McRae, centering ball, Picken one out. Oh, well done, McVeigh, knocked it clear. Dunkley, cleverly, back to Picken. McVeigh's got him a second time. Ball spills to Papley, tackled, buried. Dunkley, son of a swan, goes for goal, out near the far behind post. Good tackle, McRae. Ball spills to Grundy. Quick kick in preservation, straight to Joe Hannison, around the first tackle, gets to within 55, loads, kicks. How's the mighty roar? The Dogs lead by 13 points at the 19-minute mark. 12-7-79 to 10-6-66.
Great call, Tim, and they are just wearing them down. The Swans, they're just going on individual brilliance at the moment. This team of the Dogs, their pace, just breaking them open on the outside. And Jason Johannisen, well, he's in Norm Smith territory the way he's played today. Sam, give us his numbers.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. 28 disposals, 21 kicks, 7 handballs, 8 contested possessions, 5 score involvements, 9 inside 50s as a halfback flanker, and a goal certainly close to Norm Smith.
Dogs by 13 points, 6 minutes 14 to go on the Ray White countdown clock. Final word, Doc. Any chance of Hanbury coming back?
Yeah, well, if he has a say...
hang on, review. Might be a review here. We're getting...
All right, I'll wait for you, Tim.
That ball over the line.
Oh, well, all the ball has to cross the line. There might have been a sliver of pigskin still over the line. This is an impossible call.
Gee. To be fair, Tim, it looks like it hadn't fully crossed the line, so we've got the most important review
It's a behind.
The season. So 8 points. The 13-point lead becomes 8 points.
Oh, gee whiz. How big was that?
11-7-73 becomes 11-8-74 to 10-6-66. Dane Rampy to take it. And even just looking at the replay, you sensed the ball hadn't crossed. Rampy up the middle of the ground. Situation has been clearly established. Roughhead, middle of the ground, takes a great mark. 6 minutes to go as Roughhead's got it. Lots of pointing. Cool heads required. Both teams now. Such is the tightness of the game. Roughhead's kick, nearly a mark to McLean. It's going to be play on is the call. Back of the pack. McRae's got it round his body. Zach Jones there concedes the behind. And I suppose if nothing else, Matthew, it's a 9-point game with 5:42 to run. On the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard, 75-66, 99,981, but it's 9 points. Basically means there's no draw today. Sydney again, Tim, straight up the middle of the ground.
Up the guts. Roughhead there again. Can't mark it. Fell to Hunter, though. Quick kick into the 50, all Sydney. Zach Jones attacks straight away. Hand pass to Mills. Turns inboard. Kicks to the middle. Buddy's upfield. Can't quite hang on to the mark. Picked up by Naismith. Gets it back towards Buddy. Low down by Spillage with Tom Boyd. It's a Jezelenko type shot from near the middle. It sits up. It bounces through. And the Dogs might be home. Tom Boyd has kicked 3. It is payday. The Bulldogs 12-9-81. The Swans 10-6-66.
5:11 to go. Grey white clock. And once again, Tone, the pressure of the Dogs forcing an error in the middle when Sydney looked like they were going to break.
What a magnificent tackle from behind. And again, Buddy, I think he hasn't gone first option nearly every time he's got the ball today. Just get the ball going, get the ball on. But he thought he's got the speed to get out. Was that Morris?
Yeah.
Magnificent. This man, he deserves the right to play in a premiership after something like that.
Dogs by 15 points. Play restarts, middle of the ground, 5 minutes to go. The Dogs just starting to crash in. Liberatore, ground level win. Bonampelli doesn't take it, but it's underneath his feet. It's come out the back. Franklin, middle of the ground, sidestepped his man. Has a bounce, Franklin. He will go long. It's Scrappy going forward. Mark to Sydney. What a ripping mark to McGlynn, who's got the ball dead in front. 45 metres out.
The Lee Matthews rule is in play. There is plenty of time.
McGlynn has the footy. City end. He will come in dead in front from 45 metres. Ball's on its way. Will it hold its line? No, it does not. 14 points the margin. Sydney 10-7-67. The Dogs 12-9-81 on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. And the wonderful Jason Johannesson runs his distance, kicks long to a contest on the wing, but it's all Sydney back there. Tippett can't get the ball. Bonampelli comes through to even up the numbers. Basically on the wing, close to the boundary line. We get a stoppage as players disperse. 4:11 to run. Dogs by 14 points. Ball on the wing, 81-67 on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard.
They're unbelievable, the Dogs. They turn so many losing situations into draws or even wins in those near dead heats. Hunter's got it, defensive side back to Johannesson near the boundary. He swings a left footer high to the wing, gains territory. Stringer in front, Smith behind for Sydney made the spoil, and the ball stuck between his legs as he lands. Umpire Jeffrey comes in and will ball it up. Members wing.
They just have to take risks now, the Swans, which may open them up as well for another Dogs goal here.
Under 4 minutes left. Kennedy's got it from the stoppage or the restart, but he can only take it over the line. Throw in. On the wing, Members side. Bulldogs 81, Swans 67, 24 and a half minutes gone.
You want third man up here. You don't want to have another contest because that's where the Bulldogs are really good.
So Daniel has it. Tackled, lost it. Nest of Swans there at the moment. Little handball out. Bontempelli's won it. Goes to Matthew Boyd. Kicks long to half forward. Dogs into attack. Lead by 14 points. Stringer knocks front of the pack. McRae arrives. Handball to Tom Boyd. 40 out. No one home. Does Tom Boyd deliver for the Dogs? No. That would have been the knockout blow. 15 points is the margin, though. The Dogs' way. 3:26 to run. Sydney, no time to waste. Up the middle of the ground they go one more time.
Now, a moment to rue if Sydney could get back, and they've got the footy. Tippett gives to Mitchell. Kick semi-smothered. Matthew Boyd crashes in. Bangs a kick forward. A trickler to the 50. Grundy, the first man there on old legs. Gets his body over it. Swats it to Rampy. Tackled by Stringer, dispossessed. McVeigh had it. Had to give it up to Grundy. The Bulldogs putting on the clamps. Jones, though, gives to Lloyd. Quick kick out of the back half. Rough head under it, playing a great last quarter, but Buddy came from behind and outmarked him. He wants to give it quickly. He goes wide. Not a great option. Matthew Boyd first there. McGlynn riding him. Support for the Bulldogs, though, in numbers. Picked up by Morris, the best supporter in the land. Got it to Joe Hannison. Now to Dunkley, four to the wing. Misfired the kick. Too far for one, too short for the other. Prized out by Dalehouse. Gives to Daniel, to Stringer. Near the boundary. He runs. The door opens for him. He goes for Picken, who can't mark, but he can run in and kick a goal. The Dogs have got the flag. The Dogs have got it. They're 13-10-88. The Swans are 10-7-67. 26 minutes gone. We're watching history.
The Dogs have won the premiership, Tone.
Oh. Tone, talk to us, son. No, don't talk, Tone.
Don't
take it in.
Just enjoy it, Tone.
Yeah,
Sit back and enjoy it.
The fatalist in me says it's 2:14 to run.
Oh, Tony.
21 points
Enjoy
the margin.
I tell you what, Pickens become... he's nearly been the finals player this series, as you said, Lloydie. Yeah. And his father, he went to the well, I think, 5 times, his father with Collingwood in day and night grand finals. They never got across the line. In fact, I think Collingwood could have picked him up early days, and we missed one there.
Back in the middle of the ground. Tippett got the tap away. Lockie Hunter there. Grabbed high. Surely a free kick. The son of a skipper, Mark Hunter, who just threw rotten luck with filthy hamstrings that just wouldn't hold him up. I know, Mark, you'll be looking on this now. Your son's done brilliantly for the Dogs. 21 points the margin. 1:53 to go. They can just slow play it to Johannesen.
POG nearly Lord, you would think.
Yeah.
He's got a man free at half-back. It is Biggs. The resistance for the Sydney Swans almost shot.
Luke Beveridge down on the boundary now, Tony. Sprain victory.
Spread it wide to Easton Wood. As the clock continues to run, 21 points the margin. Little kick to a contest. There's a lot of holding taking place, and the whistle is a blood rule as Lockie Hunter will trudge from the field, and the ball will be returned with 1:31 to run. Dogs 13-10-88, Sydney 10-7-67.
What about Robbie Murphy down on the bench, boys?
Again, for the second week in a row, wiping away the tears. And what mixed tears they are. The Bulldogs ball, the man who stepped in as captain, Easton Wood, drives it long beyond the wing, no one can mark. Spilling ball covered by Dalehouse for the Dogs. They've monstered Sydney in the last quarter, the premiership quarter, and they've got the premiership won. Little McLean gives to little Daniel. He hooks it up the line, but across the line. And with 65 seconds left, it is Sydney's ball. But the Swans have not been able to find the answers against this mighty Bulldog outfit. Kick to the middle, off a pack. Johannesen gives to the loping Bontempelli. He feeds off to Roberts, onto Dixon, out wide to little Caleb again. The Dogs are on the build for one last moment. Long to Picken, dangerous again. It's near the scoreline. Picken's got it. Heaney's got him. Back to Stringer, tackled, taken to ground, gets it out to McLean, ready to a tackle, taken high, free kick 20 metres out, tight angle. It matters not. Bit of chance for another mighty roar.
I know it doesn't mean a lot in the scheme of things, but I'd love to see Matthew Boyd on the ground. He's currently on the interchange bench. He's the player who's played the most games for this club without a premiership.
62 years of wait. 13 seconds to run for the Dogs. Toby McLean from 35 out. They lead by 21 points. McLean, the last act. McLean has missed. It doesn't matter. The Dogs are the premiers. The Dogs are the premiers. Oh, let those tears of joy flow. They weren't meant to be here. They're the premiers.
Bulldogs fight and Bulldogs roar. We give our very best. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the Bulldog breed. We're the team of the mighty West.
13-11-89, the Western Bulldogs. The Footscray Football Club. This year's premiers, Sydney 10-7-67. 3 to Pick and 3 to Tory Dixon. 3 to Tom Boyd. Oh, Tom, well done to carry that burden, son, and deliver in the last couple of weeks as you have Stringer, Cordy, Smith, Johannes and JJ. A magnificent performance. The Dogs are the premiers.
Red, white and blue. We come out snarling. Bulldogs through and through. Bulldogs fight and Bulldogs roar. We give our very best. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the Bulldog breed. We're the team of the mighty West. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the Bulldog breed. The team of the mighty
Listen to that. Just listen to that. One of the great arm wrestles of all time.